History remembers many brilliant people, great artists, great scientists, great inventors. But every once in a while, a person appears who seems to belong to all of these worlds at once. A person whose curiosity refuses to stay inside one field. One of those rare individuals was Leonardo da Vinci. Today, we remember him as the painter of the mysterious Mona Lisa and the creator of the legendary Last Supper. But those masterpieces are only a small part of his story, because Leonardo was not just a painter. He was a scientist, an engineer, an anatomist, an inventor, and above all, a man driven by endless curiosity. But the question that still fascinates historians today is simple. Where did such a mind come from? The story begins in the spring of 1452, in the gentle hills of Tuscany, near a small Italian village called Vinci. A child was born. That child would later be known as Leonardo da Vinci. But his beginning was far from perfect. Leonardo was born outside of marriage, something that carried social stigma in the 15th century. His father, Ser Piero da Vinci, was a respected legal notary from Florence. His mother, Caterina, was a young woman whose background remains a mystery even today. Some historians believe she was a farmer's daughter. Others suggest she may have been a servant or even enslaved. The truth has been lost to time. But what we do know is that Leonardo grew up between different worlds, never fully belonging to one. Perhaps this outsider position gave him a different perspective on life. Curiosity begins. Unlike many intellectuals of the Renaissance, Leonardo did not receive a classical education. He never mastered Latin or Greek, the languages used by scholars at the time. To many people, this would have been a serious disadvantage, but for Leonardo, it became an unexpected freedom. Because instead of learning about the world through books, he learned directly from the world itself. As a boy, he spent hours exploring nature. He watched water move through streams and rivers. He studied the shapes of plants and leaves. He observed birds flying high above the countryside. These simple observations slowly shaped the way Leonardo thought. He believed that the best way to understand something was not to read about it, but to see it, question it, and experiment with it. Florence, learning art. When Leonardo was about 14 years old, his father recognized his artistic talent and sent him to Florence. There, he began working as an apprentice in the workshop of the famous artist Andrea del Verrocchio. This workshop was more than just an art studio. It was a place where creativity and craftsmanship came together. Leonardo learned painting, sculpture, engineering, architecture, and metalworking. In this environment, his curiosity flourished. According to legend, while working on one of Verrocchio's paintings, Leonardo painted an angel so beautifully that his teacher reportedly felt he could never match his student's talent again. Whether the story is true or not, it reflects how quickly Leonardo's abilities became recognized. A restless genius. Yet Leonardo was never satisfied with simply being a painter. His mind was constantly exploring new questions. How do birds fly? Could humans design machines that allow them to soar through the sky? How does the human body function beneath the skin? What forces control the movement of water and air? These questions filled his notebooks. Leonardo wrote thousands of pages of notes and sketches, recording ideas that were centuries ahead of his time. Many of these notes were written in mirror writing, letters reversed from right to left, perhaps to keep them private or simply because it was comfortable for him as a left-handed writer. Milan, new opportunities. Eventually, Leonardo moved to the city of Milan. There, he offered his services to the ruler Ludovico Sforza. Interestingly, Leonardo did not present himself primarily as an artist. Instead, he described himself as a military engineer capable of designing bridges, fortifications, and advanced weapons. This reveals something important about Leonardo's character. He was always looking for new challenges. During his years in Milan, he created one of the most famous works of art ever painted, The Last Supper. The painting captures the dramatic moment when Jesus announces that one of his disciples will betray him. Each figure reacts differently: shock, anger, confusion, disbelief. Through careful composition and emotional expression, Leonardo transformed a simple religious scene into a powerful moment of human drama. Science and discovery. But while the world admired his paintings, Leonardo continued exploring science. He dissected human bodies to understand anatomy. His drawings of muscles, bones, and organs were incredibly accurate, so accurate that modern scientists still admire them today. He designed machines that resembled helicopters and parachutes. He studied how water moves, how light behaves, and how mechanical gears function. In many ways, Leonardo thought like a scientist living centuries in the future. The Mona Lisa. Later in his life, Leonardo returned to Florence. There, he began painting what would become the most famous portrait in history, the Mona Lisa. What makes this painting so captivating is its mystery. The woman's smile seems to change depending on how you look at it. Her expression appears calm, yet slightly secretive. Leonardo achieved this effect using delicate layers of color and subtle shading techniques known as sfumato. More than 500 years later, people still travel across the world just to see this single painting. Final years. In his later years, Leonardo left Italy and accepted an invitation from Francis I of France. The king admired Leonardo deeply and gave him a comfortable place to live in France. There, Leonardo spent his final years studying, teaching, and organizing his notes. On May 2, 1519, Leonardo da Vinci passed away at the age of 67. Closing reflection. Leonardo left behind far more than paintings. He left behind a philosophy of curiosity, a belief that the world is full of mysteries waiting to be explored. He showed that art and science are not separate paths, but different ways of understanding the same universe. Perhaps that's why Leonardo da Vinci still fascinates us today, because when we look at his work, we are reminded of something powerful. Human curiosity has no limits. And sometimes the greatest discoveries begin with a simple question: why?